Alright, we've got innovative Togawa. 2 territories beside the factory. And hedge your bets. Not good encounters. Not a strong faction. Crimea Industrial can rush the game. Saxony Agriculture is not so good. Nordic Mechanical can be hard to play, but it's strong. Rusviet Engineering, that's a slower board when a lot of people play it. It can go fast, but it's harder. So we go last. So what are we doing? Innovative is a good board. Alright, so we're going to go for some upgrades here, because that's going to give us coin. I think we're going to go with 3 workers. An upgrade, a mech, a structure, recruit, 1 of each resource. That's going to be too much work. I'll have an upgrade, we'll have a mech, we'll have a recruit. 1 of each resource isn't that hard. I think that's going to depend on if we get a structure off the encounter. Otherwise, we'll build the water mech. Try to do 2 territories adjacent to the factory. Problem with that is it keeps us from getting that factory card, which is nice to have with Togawa. And the innovative map, once we're set up, lets us alternate, deploy, and enlist, which is good. But that's probably fine, because that means we're going to get to the factory a little bit later. Problem is, we're going to be low on power this whole game, unless we build buildings or get lucky with the encounters. Let's see here. Saxony disconnected. We didn't want to play Saxony Agriculture, 1 of the 2. This part of the game of Scythe is that skill level will only do so much for you. If you get 1 of these combinations in the game that can just rush the game, like Crimea Industrial can rush the game, pretty much any board with Rusviet can rush the game, and the player really knows what they're doing, they're incredibly hard to stop. So let's get some oil, start getting our coin. We want the move action, Togawa. We're going to upgrade our enlist. See, that's an interesting choice. Typically, people go 5 workers with Industrial Crimea because you can put 3 on the mountain and deploy a mech under your produce action without using a card. And you get 2 food on the farm, which combined with the trade action is an enlist without using a card. Or you can put 2 on the mountain and 3 on food, which lets you do a deploy with a card and an enlist with a card using the trade action for whatever you want to use it on. But he's not going that route. Rusviet's going for enlists quickly, so we're going to go with our combat card enlist just as quickly as we can. So we're going to do one more enlist upgrade. You know Crimea is going to enlist. He seems to be taking his sweet time too, so it's a possibility we're going to get a lot of cards here. Question is Rusviet going to go for an upgrade here? Probably not, since you can only trade for 2 oil and it's underneath this produced. He's probably going for that farm and that farm encounter. Oh, now that's interesting. He went Riverwalk, but then he got on oil. Okay, that changes our plan. We're gonna go the power enlist, because we got a real chance to have some power in this game. He only has 2 popularity, so if he goes for that metal, yeah, recruit. It's a good call for Rusviet. Should go power, yep. I don't want to put a trap token here, it's a little far back. I want to save these guys. Oh, I was going to do one more upgrade, wasn't I? That's okay. It's actually maybe better. It's hard to pass up the power enlist bonus with Togawa pretty much ever. Okay, so I think what we're going to do here is we're going to produce next turn, because that's going to give us another oil and our 3rd worker. And what that's going to allow us to do is the next turn upgrade by trading an oil and a food. Upgrade our enlist action. And then the next turn we can move and enlist again and get our encounter. That will also allow us to move 2 workers to metal. But that's going to put us 1 upgrade short, unless we can get a mill off the encounter. So any resources of our choice would be good, or metal would be good, because that would allow us to deploy right away. Mill would be good if it's not too costly. Crimea is getting their first enlist. Too bad we're not getting combat cards off it, but the rate he's going, it's a good chance we'll get 3 combat cards off Crimea. Because we'll go combat cards next. And if Rusviet enlists, we should get those. See, Rusviet should have gone for the speed mech instead of the Riverwalk mech if he was going to go for the oil, because then he could distribute his workers between metal and oil and get that encounter. It was either or for him, and he left a worker on the village. But now he can just get 1 metal. I guess it's okay that he's getting 1 metal because he has the upgrade on deploy. But it would have been better because he could have traded for something else that he needed, like food, rather than dumping both trades into that deploy action. Yeah, feed me power, Russ. Feed me power. Alright, like we said, we're going to go 1 oil, 1 food. What do we want here? Let's take our bolster action. Crimea went popularity enlist and didn't get combat cards. Nordic's going to get workers with mechanical. It's not really my favorite way to do it. I like to go 5 workers. Got a video on Nordic mechanical. Was a 17-turn win with Crimea, Saxony, and Polonia in the game. Alright, here we go. Moment of truth right here. Need some metal. We need a mill. Okay, we can do either. We can do the mill and do 2 resources. If we do the 2 resources, that'll get us by. We have to give up $2. We can't take the worker because that'll cost us food. We're probably not going to build buildings, so we'll throw down some popularity. We probably should have dropped a trap token to just keep Rusviet from attacking us. But we've got a good bit of power, so maybe he'll leave us alone. Oh, that wasn't a bottom row action, of course. We still can. So, do we want him to lose 3 power, 2 combat cards? Let's say 2 combat cards. Probably put the power 1 there. Okay, that went well. Really would have been nice if we'd had a fourth move to get this guy here. Crimea is moving out. He's going to try to go for some upgrades. It is hard to get much coin with Crimea Industrial if you don't upgrade, but upgrading slows down the game, so it's a trade-off. So we're going to produce. I think we're okay here because we're going to produce and we're going to get a mech. Probably go for Ronin. We'll get an oil. We'll upgrade our deploy and use our move action. We'll upgrade our produce and deploy and use our move action to move one worker from the mountain to the farm. And that's going to let us produce on all three of those hexes. Deploy a mech under produce, upgrade under trade, and enlist under move if we want to do all three. It's slow to get the upgrade star, and it's slow to get 3 bottom row action stars. But there's just so much coin tied up in the upgrade. And because we have this enlist early, we're getting power from it too. Crimea still doesn't have any cards in round 8. Oh, I don't have to upgrade my produce because I have a mill. Can he attack me? No. Actually, we're going to go with the water mech. And we are going to start trying to get our objective by moving the mech and the character here and then splitting them off right here. It'll let us grab a little bit more territory and get our objective, because we're going to have that objective. So we're not going to be able to end this game quickly. Ideally, we would stay ahead. Keep other players from ending the game, but that's going to be tough. Crimea is already a tier 2. Which is a bit odd for the industrial board. I mean, by turn 13, you can have all 4 mechs and all 4 enlists, and Crimea is nowhere near on pace for that. You know, if we could go ahead and do our move, then we can do another produce. Then we don't need this upgrade. So let's do that. No, we're still going to need to do the upgrade. Wait, not if we move this worker. It's a pretty devastating trap if Rusviet tries anything. Or Crimea for that matter, because he still doesn't have any combat cards. Be a cheap combat star for us. Okay, that was good. Getting a little bit more territory. We're only 3 off the lead. It's not terrible. Don't have any stars yet. Nordic's got the only one, and it's just the worker star. So this game is kind of moving slowly. Okay. I think we're gonna get either Ronin or Shinobi. If we get Ronin, Nordic's nowhere near attacking us on a lake. It would just protect the character right there. But I don't think we have too much to fear from an attack right now. Neither Rusviet nor Crimea is strong enough right now to survive the wrong trap token. So I don't think we need Ronin. Unless we want to attack. Which we could, actually. It would certainly slow down Crimea. If we hit with both of them, we can get a combat card. We can get a combat star really cheaply. And he probably won't be able to retaliate. Okay. Gotta make a decision here. I'm gonna go. We're gonna go Shinobi. We're gonna go Ronin. We're still gonna attack with 2 of them. Probably drop a trap token. Maybe not. Let's see what the board looks like. Crimea cannot enlist this turn, which means no combat cards. Another power for us. So it's not as cheap as it was, but it's still Still going to be a cheap combat. No combat cards. Crimea doesn't have Scout either, so we don't have to worry about that. We'll pick up our third enlist. It worked well that we only had to do 2 upgrades to make our engine work. That mill off the encounter was very useful and a good call. So Crimea will be able to retaliate with 2. I think we're going to lowball him. Throw 2 2s. We could throw 1 2. Did we get Shinobi? No, we got Ronin. Alright, we've got to make a decision here. I think we're going to go with 2 of these guys right here. And then our next move will go here and here to get our objective. We're going to see if we can lowball him. Plus of going with 1 would be getting getting 2 more power. He'd be crazy to drain all his power right here. He needs it to produce. He has no combat cards. He's a sitting duck if he fights back. He's thinking about it though. Nope. He didn't even throw a power. Alright, can anyone send me back to base here? Because I don't have suits on. Saxony cannot. Crimea's not going to win this battle. Okay. Nordic can't attack me. Crimea's not going to win. Rusviet can't attack. Does he have People's Army? He does not have People's Army, which means he still could attack with 2. No, he can't attack with 2. He can just attack with 1. So we're going to save the trap token. Crimea was probably hoping he could hit me back here. But he has no combat cards. He doesn't have Scout. He just got 7 power. Rusviet's enlisting now. so. How we doing on the... I've almost caught Nordic. Now he has Scout. He might try to hit me next turn. Get 3 stars in the next 3 turns. If this goes right. Nasty move. I guess that's a compliment. Gonna produce this turn, get a mech and a food. Move to here and here. The next turn. Get an objective and an enlist star. And then produce again for my mech star. I'll use, when I move to here and here, I'll use my 3rd move to move here. Use my next move, I can move 2 workers to this village spot. Nordic just moved. He could attack me with 1, but he can't hit me with 2. It's a coin from Russ. So Nordic's ahead by a good bit, but it's largely artificial because he's getting 6 points off that factory. Okay. Let's go Shinobi. Ronin would be good for this spot right here. Rusty is still going to be pretty low if he comes through here. But if I do get bumped back, I can go right back up there. Next turn. Which puts me 1 turn behind in getting my objective, but it's not. It'd be worse if I had to build another mech before I could move. Nope, it's not going for me. It's good news. So now I have the choice of going to this lake and dropping a trap here with my character and moving the mech here, or reversing it and putting the trap here. The nice thing about a trap on the lake is the only person who can trip it is Nordic. So I can kind of make a targeted one for him. He already has his popularity, but I'm guessing he's going to start trying to grab a pop. So I think I'm going to go take the character to the lake and drop a popularity trap. It's going to slow down Nordic. Create a space he can't move over. I'm guessing he goes over here. With his new factory card. Yep. He's low on combat cards though. He doesn't have the CC enlist. So what are our stars going to be? Mech, enlist, objective, combat worker. So we can move this worker here, these two guys here. Get our enlist star and our objective this turn. Another produce gets us to 4 workers and our mech star. Another movement lets us go to the factory with the character. Move these 2 workers here, and then 1 more produce gives us the worker star. And then we just need a combat. Pop, that's just for you, Nordic. I'm always thankful that it reminds me about objectives. Now we got 3 stars, and we are leading the game. This is a potential source of another combat right there. Hopefully he doesn't have a 5. Right there's another one. Their power. Last mech. With Toga right here, we could potentially go for Crimea. He's got to go combat cards. Yep. Oh well. Now this is interesting. Supposed to have upgrades left. No, he doesn't. Our power from Russ is played out. Close game. Okay, so we can move there. There, we wouldn't win that battle and we lose a combat card. It's not close to the power star, but we put ourselves at 12 power. Which means we'd be a bolster and an upgrade. Now it's going to be better to go for the movement and the produce. forfeit both of these territories and make Rusviet a little nervous. What do we want here? There's no produce card, which would be nice. Could end the game next turn if there was a produce card. We're 4 workers short, so that's not too useful. We don't need that. We don't need that. I think we're going to go to this one because we'd have to use this twice to get to the next tier. Yeah, we're going to go with that one. That's fine. I mean, I don't really care about that. Oh my gosh. He went for broke. Surely Saxony's gonna attack him. No? Rusviet's probably incoming here. If I had to guess. Probably gonna take the factory. You still lose 4 coin doing it. But I can still hit Crimea with my factory card. Take me down to 11 power. He's gonna attack somebody. Probably right here. I certainly would. I guess not. He's spreading out. We're gonna pull ahead of him. He gets another popularity and we're in a little bit of trouble though. Sax is not building, but Rusviet is. This is gonna be close. That's bad. Kinda wishing now we'd gone with the popularity. 1. So now we're down by 15. He took a card from us and we don't have a 5. So we're guaranteed to win with 9. And he doesn't. Throw a card. Too far behind. We can't spread out because we need the workers there for our last star. If we'd known he was going to throw 0, we could have. Just gonna have to try to outspread Nordic, I guess. Plus, we're probably not gonna hold the factory. Eight. Yeah, definitely wishing I'd taken the popularity one. Okay. We don't really have a choice here. We can't end the game. We'll lose. Upgrade this trade and try to work our way to tier 2, I guess. What other choice do we have? What do you want to bet Rusty? It's the game. Takes second place. Feel good about being able to end the game in turn 17 with Togawa, though. That's pretty fast. So what are you doing, Nordic? I was just using that factory card and racking up coins, right? You do that, it's going to be hard to get a combat star. We're going to build another building, Russ. Oh, here he comes. No, that was a double move. Mine. Nope. No mine, no tunnel. You come get me still. He's got People's Army. Nope, he's guarding his food. Because he still needs an enlist after this one. If we get to tier 2, we'll be looking at 14 more points, which is still not enough. Now we're within 12. Need Russ to build that building. Can trade for 2 pop. Produce some wood. This would give us to turn. Crimea, come on. It does almost nothing for you. I mean, okay. Oh, wow. Okay. So Russ can probably end the game. I can take those 2 territories, though. This changes our order a little bit. We're going to go produce, since they can't move again. And bolster to get to 4 popularity. Hopefully Rusvia builds a building. And then we'll get 2 more popularity. Probably won't have that many turns. But it'll be close at that point. Rusvia has no combats, no objectives, and they're 2 stars off. They're smart, they'll just take the factory. They can't catch Nordic is the problem. I'm not sure I can catch Nordic either. Rusvia has to start bumping workers. Somebody has to. Nordic's about to get the power star. If he had an objective, he probably would have gotten it by now. 35 coins, good grief. There's the building. I feel like this Rusvia player might end the game even if he can't win. Look at the monument here, I guess. Trade for 2 pop. Here comes a Nordic bolster. Oh, the upgrade got him. He doesn't have the upgraded bolster, so the upgrade got him to 14. That is unfortunate. I'm not sure Rusviet's going to do the right thing here. Oh my gosh. 15 points for tier 2. And we lost by 15. Should have taken the popularity factory card. That might have made the difference. We wouldn't have gotten the coin that we got, so it might not have made a difference. But all in all, that was a good Togawa showing. Alright, until next time.